Hello, and welcome to CLEA'S World. I am Clea Necchiarico, and in today's video, I'd like to give you more information I've received from my highest self in the 25th dimension, where all our highest selves reside. And this information is in relation to the choices that different swaths of humanity have made. There are three separate groups of people in humanity right now within this reality, and we've all made different choices, places to go. And so the 25th is explaining to us what will happen to each group based on our own free will decision. So everybody's winning. There are no losers here, even though we might not agree with the decision made by a certain group. This group has chosen it happily, and everybody's reality will improve many folds, so everybody will be happy. All right, before we move forward, I'd like to ask you to please like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and do leave a comment below because I read all of them and I really enjoy conversations around this topic. Also, if you have any particular questions you might have on the 25th, I'm getting ready, I'm collecting questions right now, getting ready to ask, to connect again and to ask for more answers. So I would love to hear if you have any questions that I might have not thought about. But all right, let's move forward. I'm really eager to share with you more of this information I've collected. So when I refer to Carolyn, again, she's my, I have already mentioned this in previous videos. Carolyn is my practitioner, and she's asking questions that I have prepared in advance for the 25th dimension. So she's the one talking to me. When I say me, it's really me under hypnosis. So it's really the 25th dimension coming through. Carolyn. Now, as we transition to new Earth, are we physically moving? Like, will these bodies go to new Earth and transition to what they will become? Or do these essences leave these bodies and go? And by essences, she means what we call normally souls, even though the concept of soul is not quite the same as essence. We are not souls, we are essence. And I've actually made a video about this if you're interested. It's published just a few days ago. It's called Who Jesus Is. And that video speaks about religion, the Bible, the concept of soul, and so on. And it's very interesting because a lot of us have opened up to source through the concept of soul, which is a very accepted concept in this reality, but really it's just a concept. All right, so again, Carolyn is asking, as we transition to new Earth, are we physically moving? So will these bodies go to new Earth and transition to what they will become on new Earth? Or do these essences leave these bodies and go? She's asking if we're going to die, basically, by our standards. Me. There will be some who want to retain the memory of taking their bodies with them. And this is what they will look like to them. This is what that will look like to them. A lot of the people going to other planets will be picked up. They have to have a sense of continuity, or they might just go to sleep and wake up. Someone else, they won't know what happened, but they will notice a difference. They will notice an improvement. Their life is good and happy, but they will believe they're still on Earth, but they will still be with their bodies. But there will be some who will be ready to shed their bodies, but they will retain the memories. There will be continuity. There will be continuation of the individual. Even if they do shed their bodies, it might just be like taking off a coat and you go with what you have underneath. Carolyn. And so does that particularly pertain to new Earth, or will it be different for new Earth? That pertains to new Earth. The people going to new Earth are going to transform as if shedding an old skin, but they will not die. Carolyn, they will not die. It will be like an upgrade. Me, chuckling, the ultimate upgrade. Carolyn, the question that is being asked amongst many humans is New Earth truly a separate planet from the current Earth we are experiencing, or does this Earth get a dimensional upgrade? Me, it is not. It is a new planet. This planet will no longer be. Carolyn, This planet will no longer exist? Me. But people will not know this. A lot of people will not know this. They will feel like it's a seamless transition. They will not know. They don't want to know. People on New Earth will know that this is no longer the same planet. And in my very first video about this, I have a two-part video series that speaks about my first QHHT session. I actually saw, they showed me, I saw the back of my hand. I was looking at my hand on New Earth, and I saw what we look like, and we are almost transparent. We're not as solid as we are here. And they also show me planet Earth in the distance, the new planet Earth. So it is a different planet. There is no upgrade for this planet here. This planet, which is considered a game board because it is part of the game, this is going to be taken down. And they do describe in detail what happens to this planet next. Carolyn, so with our knowledge, I guess we're curious. This planet in this game board, does it just disintegrate? Does it just disappear? Does it morph into something energy? Gaia. Gaia is a living entity, yes? Me. This planet will be gone. It will turn into a bunch of dots and disappear like dust in the wind. Carolyn. And then what will her essence, where will that go? Me. She's going to move to the new planet. Carolyn. She's coming to the new planet. Will she be our new planet? Me. She will. She likes this. She's proud of us. Carolyn. Oh, that is amazing. That I felt that in my being. Me. She's very powerful. She's so powerful. She's waiting for us. Carolyn. So how will we actually transition to New Earth? Those that are going to New Earth, will they be taken in a ship? Will we just teleport? How does it happen? Me. We will transfer cells. We do not need ships to travel. And just so you know, I was slightly concerned by this because, of course, this is so foreign to our way of thinking. I'm thinking, okay, so is this just like death? Because I know for a fact that I'm going to New Earth. I know that's what I want. And the more I read into the description of the different choices the groups have made, I know that's totally me. And you might recognize yourself which of the three groups you belong to based on different likes and preferences that you have. Because again, this is a preference, it's free choice. And you can always change your mind, and this is very important. But where it says here, we will transfer cells, I'm like, is that just a nice way to tell us that we're going to die? Because that's what happens when you die, right? So they do comfort us later by explaining more of what's going to happen to the people that go to New Earth, and the fact that, you know, it seems like we actually do transfer. And I have no idea how, but they tell us that we will remember when the time comes. So I guess it will all make sense. All right, Carolyn. So those who go to New Earth, are their frequencies already higher and they will actually match New Earth's frequency? Because remember, New Earth is not 5D, the way that I've heard in a lot of different places. It's actually 7D. New Earth is a 7D planet, which doesn't mean you have to be in 7D to be there. You can be lower and you can be higher, but the planet itself is 7D. Me. You can go to New Earth from the 4th dimension and above. This is what is needed for transition. By the time you get to New Earth, you will be equally excited and overwhelmed by what you will find. And many people will come up very, very quickly in frequency. And because we feel each other, we will be able to correct and integrate for each other. And things will speed up immensely. And we will be able to come up to balance, all of us. And therefore, when people will be playing with the dark, it will be a choice, and a choice that is shared by the community. The community will justify and support this choice in the individual. We're all learning. We're all adding to the collective knowledge. And I wanted to explain something here because this is something that they shared and I shared with you in a previous video. where they said that we will not, my question was, how will we communicate? Will we use telepathy or universal language of some sort? And they said, you will feel each other. And this is what they're referring to when they're saying they recalibrate for each other, we integrate for each other, we balance each other very quickly because we feel each other. We basically are each other. And so on New Earth, there will not be this illusion of separation anymore. And because of that, we'll feel everybody. So we'll recalibrate. It's almost like you're recalibrating your own body. We will recalibrate very quickly. So everybody, whether you're in 4D or 7D or 14D, whatever you are, you'll come up to par very quickly. Because again, it's almost like saying, my left arm is not as strong as my right arm, so I'm going to work out my left arm so it catches up, that kind of thing. And it happens very, very quickly. So this is all very encouraging stuff. Carolyn, beautiful. Why do some people not want to move to New Earth while they still want to be in the game and go to other planets? Me. Going to New Earth means embracing that you're going to be feared. And you're going to have access to such power that you might be fearful yourself. There are many people who don't want to know themselves as being powerful. Carolyn, but will we want, as those who go to New Earth, they will know what fear is, but they want to experience fear? Me. We will remember fear, and we're going to be able to play with it, take it out, look at it. But fear is going to be an equal emotion to anything else. There will be no stigma to the darkness. It will be an element, our knowledge and our knowing. We will not judge emotions the way we have been. And I do have another video here. I mentioned this because some of this information might seem not clear if you just listen to this, whereas I have gone more in depth into some of these topics. For example, the topic of how we're going to be playing with darkness. We're all going to acknowledge the darkness is inside each and every one of us, and we are going to integrate this darkness because it is the isolation of darkness that creates the problems. It's not darkness per se. Darkness is just the other side of the coin when it comes to light. But the way that we have wanted to look at darkness or experience darkness in 3D on this planet is that we've isolated it, judged it, had to pull in other people so we could react to the darkness. We could think of it as real and outside of us. And this has basically made it worse. Now, the game has been unbalanced on this planet in favor of darkness, which is the reason we're taking the game down. However, the origin of a lot of the problems was that we judge, and we do this to this day, we judge darkness, we judge negative feelings, we shove them down, we shut them down, we resist them, and what this does is perpetuates the problem. Carolyn, amazing. So what is the difference between going to New Earth or to another planet? Me. The difference is different types of fun. Carolyn. So it really is a matter, is it really a matter of consciousness or just that? It's a different type of fun. Me. It is consciousness in terms of what do you want to play with? What game do you want to play? The people going to New Earth, they want to play the game of superheroes. They're interested in playing with energy. They're fascinated by things they couldn't see before. They want to remember who they are. People going to other planets, they just want a break. They want to stay in the game, but they want to just make it nicer. They want to have what we call a vacation on Earth now. And they don't want to focus on new things or other things. They want to relax. And I say they deserve it too. I think we all need a vacation and deserve a vacation. So I love that. Carolyn. So those who will move on in a 3D, their lives will be upgraded to some degree. The darkness will be less. Me. There's still a darkness in this universe, and it is still judged. And because it is judged, it is isolated. And when you isolate it is when it becomes material, concrete, so you can touch and see it. Because of this, they will suffer, but hopefully not as much as they have here. But many of them will suffer because they're choosing to go to a reality where it has not been understood and integrated that darkness is just a feeling. You don't have to hold on to it. It's all energy. Because of this, they will want to see it in slow motion manifested in their lives. I think that this slow motion is what causes this pain. The slow motion is what makes it unbearable. It's the length of time that it takes in these dimensions to play out. Carolyn, because it's such a low vibration, me. Let me ask what it is a vibration that was needed to take these planets down to a place where things could be materialized. It is not a negative vibration. It is just a vibration of matter. We will not need to replay this anymore. We have done it many times over. We are now, many of us are more interested in things that are energetic as opposed to matter. Carolyn, the people who don't want to leave this game and are finding creative ways to take themselves out, like COVID, suicide, the shots in the arm, other human things, are they all going to another 3D planet? Me. No. Some of them are ready to go to higher dimensional planets, but they didn't want to know consciously. They wanted to keep this existence 3D. So the point here, I do want to make this comment because I know this is something that a lot of us have struggled with over the past year and a half, that again, we look at a lot of people around us and we think, oh my goodness, what's happened to these people? They're just completely irrational. They're acting crazy. And you know, there are lots of names for these people that are not necessarily good. They're not necessarily nice names. You know, I've heard, you know, sleepers, I think it's the best of them. And the point here is here that we cannot judge a person based on what we see them do in this reality, because they might be trying to make a choice, or they might be acting based on the choice they've made at the soul level. This is their path. So it's not a matter of logic where you look at somebody and say, how can you be so irrational? You know, what is wrong with you? How do you not see what is right in front of our eyes? They cannot see, they do not want to see. Something the 25th dimension has said many times is that the truth, all the information is available to everybody equally. It's all out there. Nothing is hidden. If you want to know the truth of the situation, you can find it if you truly want to know. You can also connect within yourself because you already have all the answers. We all have access to the same information. The thing is that majority of people, or many, many people, don't want to know. So it doesn't matter that you bring them information. It's not information that's gonna make a difference. You can bring them information that use black and white, and it might still find some silly excuse to tell you, oh, no, that's not how it is. Because to them, it's a matter of, this is not how I want to experience the game. I don't want to know. You're telling me that this is not real, and I want to believe it is real. All right, let's keep going. Carolyn, so there are people who say they don't want to go to New Earth because they like that construct, that concept of money. Will there be money on New Earth? Me laughing. No, you don't need money because you don't need anything. Carolyn, we can make everything that we need, yes, that we desire. Me, we will make things that we don't even need just because we can. Carolyn, do all 3D planets have a money system? Me, no, but they all have slavery systems. Carolyn, so it's equitable. Money is slavery. Me, it was created for the same purpose. All right, I'm going to close today's video here because I know it's already a lot of information, but I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care and bye-bye.